Welcome to Off the Ranch. Welcome to the Hill House. Last Hill House episode, we had a lot of you guys, we were showing the green walls. They're green. A lot of you guys were like, it's an optical illusion. It's reflecting off the green grass outside. There's no green grass on this side of the house. There's no trees on this side of the house, except the ones that are super far away. It's kind of green right now. Actually looks pretty not green. But what we have realized, hey Mare, it's not as bad now that we are putting in subfloor. So it does look a little green in here. You can see a little green tint in that room because it's all still white floor in there. But in here, in the big room, it did mellow out the green a little bit because, as you can see, we have subfloor in here. Check this thing out. Also, this is kind of neat. Yesterday it was brighter so you could see the difference in there. That looks very green over there versus all of this. This is the exact same paint, there to there, there to there. And it's so kind of warm here because it has all this to reflect off of. This paint is green. If you paint like a different white next to it, this looks very green. There actually was some I mean, you can see it, that kind of blue-green tint to it all. But this whole area is going to have wood floors in it. So it's going to help, and then there's gonna be furniture, there's gonna be cabinets and stuff like that. So we'll see, we may end up we're gonna put another coat anyway, like after you put everything in, you go over it one more time, roll everything one more time. So we're just gonna pick a less green white. What are you doing today, Mare?
I'm gonna draw out some couches in here to see if they'll fit. Because we're about to start ordering furniture. How crazy is that?
It's time for that? That actually is really crazy. It's probably gonna be pretty cheap, inexpensive stuff, right? I mean, like, this house isn't that big. It should be pretty easy to fill with furniture.
Normally we wouldn't have to do it this early, but you can't get anything right now.
Oh yeah, that's probably true. I didn't think about that. Check that out. Subwoofer's gonna go right there. It's gonna be sweet. We're gonna be in here watching, John Wick 7, and just like that bass will be rumbling everything. It's gonna be so good. That's pretty much the update currently. So this subfloor, let me just show you why this is like that. Underneath the subfloor is 2x4s, and then there's concrete. So there's actually, we painted the concrete, and we have the plastic over that, 2x4s there, and then this layer here, and then subfloor. And it's because the slab was not even in this end of the house, it was much lower than that end of the house. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So we had to do this to bring it all up to be all even because we're gonna have wood throughout in here. So very sturdy. You can see 2x4s are spaced very close together. And we have all the 4x8s, but not all of them, almost all the 4x8 full sheets put out. And then we're gonna come back down and do all the cutting to get all of the angles in and everything like that. So in here in the bathroom though, you'll see it has actually been filled and leveled because in there it's all gonna be tiled, which is gonna be pretty sweet. So that floor will all be tile. This, pretty much the whole downstairs, besides a couple of the bathrooms, are all gonna be wood floor throughout, which will be good to not have the green color. That is the same paint as this, and there are no trees outside. A lot of people keep thinking it's reflecting green. There are no trees out there. That's our driveway with all it's just a construction site out there. All white. I mean, there's trees way over there, but come on. That's not doing that. That's the paint, I promise. Is it gonna fit?
I don't know yet.
Am I being helpful?
No, you're not, actually.
Would you like help?
Yes.
Be right back.
This is hard. This will be like our room that has a TV in it, and I'm gonna have a TV in the big.
Yeah, it's like the den.
And so this will be like our family hangout, curl up in the couch, watch TV. And I want to put a big sectional right here.
Which means an L couch?
Yeah.
Corner couch?
I was like very surprised by how
big it is.
This is once it got built. And so now I'm trying to figure out like what will actually fit. The options that we have right now, this is one couch.
Which is one?
I'm only drawing like one part of it because that's the area that I'm worried about.
Yeah. So you have one that's a little longer but shallower.
Right.
And one that's deeper but not as long.
Yeah, and this one has like a full side. Like it has a side with an arm and everything. And this one is just like a chase.
Gotcha. Kind of falls off no arm.
Yeah. So
both of them will work.
I think either one will be fine. Like
yeah, there's plenty of room between that corner and here.
It'll be like tighter But there's just gonna be like cabinets, right?
Yeah, I was gonna ask what will be in this corner and that corner.
There's gonna be cabinets with built-in shelves.
Cool.
And so,
That's plenty of room to get back there because you won't go back there
yeah.
frequently, and that's like almost 3 feet. With the longer one, with the shorter one, it's a little more. All right, we're done. Either one works, right?
I think so, but I can't decide what we should do. So if we do the deeper one, it comes out to like,
Oh, is it deep on both sides?
yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool in that corner. It would be super deep.
It comes,
So no ottoman on that one, or would you still have like an ottoman?
we would have like a small, like, it wouldn't be like a hard coffee table, it would be an ottoman.
Yeah, I like it. How far does it go over here? And then what's gonna be in all this space? Is it all open? Or is there gonna be a recliner or anything?
No, it'll just be open.
What about like when all my friends come over to watch movies?
You're all gonna snuggle up on the couch together.
Oh man, all 2 of my friends and me will have to snuggle together.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Let me know if you like these kind of videos, because like this is kind of the stage we're at now. Like before we were at the stage where you saw me up on the roof putting all those boards up, and I liked making those kind of videos, and this is different for me because I would say I don't love the design process, but I think a ton of people want to see it, and that's what Mare likes to do. Mare likes,
I'm waiting on this.
yeah, Mare likes thinking about like where these couches are gonna go and which kind of couches and how big. And I know a lot of you guys like that stuff and want to see that kind of stuff too. So holler at me, let me know your opinion, because we can either include you on this stuff or not. So if you're like, no, this is boring, let me know when you get a hammer out again. We can do that too. But I feel like everyone's gonna wanna be in on your planning. You are just totally blacked out with a bright, big window behind you. Yeah, now we can see how pretty you are. So did you figure it out?
No.
Demolition, we need your help. All you designers out there, pros and cons of each, you've heard everything. So we got lines over here now. Where's it end? You don't know? I vote the deep one.
Yeah, I do too, because it comes further this way.
A little bit further, yeah.
And then we'll have room to put
A little lamp or
a
something.
little side table,
Yeah.
and then it not block.
I actually don't like design and furniture and stuff, but just talking about this is making me get pretty excited. Like that is gonna be pretty cool. Not gonna lie, I am getting a little bit pumped about design and furniture and stuff like that. All right, one room down, 400, no more to go.
No, I've already done a lot of them, or
Good.
our interior.
This is like a real house now. I mean, you look around it and like there's walls and it's just so close, but so far away. There's still so much to do, obviously. But coming up, and we're gonna show it in this episode, right? In the wood coming in really soon, the floor.
I think the cabinets have to go in first.
So in this episode, we're gonna do cabinets. I thought the wood floor was showing up soon. We're gonna start that.
No, I think the cabinets are going in first. And the cabinets
That makes
will be
sense.
here like 2 weeks.
2 weeks? Never mind, that is not this episode. I am not holding this episode for 2 weeks. I want them to see what's happening here.
Yeah.
That's what's so slow and boring about this house process is like especially with the current situation where like everything's back ordered and every company is busy and doing stuff or doesn't have enough people to do stuff, and so like getting product is super hard right now with everything, and everything's taking forever. So that's why you're not getting a weekly Hill House update. What you will be getting later in this episode is all this stuff getting filled in. That's gonna happen pretty quickly. And then the backyard stuff, we're gonna get to that once we've done a little more work out there, figuring out exactly where this pool's gonna go, I think is our next step. Because I don't know if you guys know, but there's a pretty nice view here. So we need a pool to look at the view from. It makes sense. I'll see you tomorrow. Hey, I know I said I'll see you tomorrow. It's still the same day. It's like 30 seconds later. I just walked outside and I was like, I didn't show him the view. And then I was like, what the heck? Look at that. You can see that it's raining right there. And it's obviously not raining there or there or there or there or there or anywhere. It's just raining right there. How cool is that? It's coming this way. It's for sure about to rain on us. Yeah. Cool. Look at that view. It's awesome. This is the master bathroom. We've got tile. It is going to be so slick.
It's so pretty.
Yeah, God, yeah, but you walk out here with wet feet. I mean, you can see that shine. It is going to be the slickest thing ever with wet feet. Listen,
It'll be fine.
when I get a concussion, I'm gonna be pissed.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
It's gonna stink when I get a concussion and I'm naked. I walk out of the shower, slip, knock myself out naked. Not a good look. It'd be a great vlog though, so get the camera. If you ever find me knocked out naked, that would be a great title and thumbnail, so we'll use that for sure. What we are working on today is the windows. So we're gonna actually start trimming out. So this is where the window ends, right here. This is a jamb extension. So we need to put all those on so we can hook our trim boards to those, because obviously if we put a trim board over here and it didn't have that piece, there'd be a big gap there. So we're gonna go put jamb extensions on the windows, and then we come and put trim boards on all sides of these big, pretty Sierra Pacific windows. Here's a window, what it looks like before jamb extensions are put on. So, as you can imagine, if you put a trim board there, it's gonna have a huge gap. So I put the trim extension on there, looks great. Put a big trim board on there, and that trim board will be painted. Gonna look amazing. We have guys here right now finishing up tile. We have guys finishing up the floor in here. So there's a lot happening at this house today. So hopefully a lot gets done today. This is a project, as you guys know. We're gonna make those jamb extensions. These windows don't need as thick of one. They're 3/16, very thin. I'm gonna stick them here, and then we're gonna router them to give them a little beveled edge like that. A nice finished edge. This is a planer. Now we're gonna run all of these through the planer, make them exactly the measurement we need, plus it'll make them nice and smooth.
Right on the money.
Perfect, and they're beautiful. So now you'll see we have a rough edge that has saw marks, and then that edge is a lot smoother. That one's the edge you got planed. Now I'm gonna use the router. I'm gonna come and router one edge on all of these guys, and then we will get the sander and do one final quick sand over there. So it will look like this. I don't know if you can even tell. I mean, these are like micro details, but they add up. So it's like nice and smooth on this edge, kind of round, not sharp like that, and then we've also sanded it. So it's all nice and smooth and routered. So I'm gonna do these right here. So then we take these little pieces, and you can see we have, I don't know if you can see, but we have the round edge right there, so the nice finished edge. It goes like that on there, so just another step down from the window. These things you don't ever really even notice. And then the trim will go on top of that, covering up this gap between the sheetrock and the window.
Side down, roll that edge up, and just barely cover up your line. Just cover it like so. We're gonna get our nails on the bottom half.
So the nails are covered.
So when we put our other trim on there, it'll cover these nails.
Smart. Easy breezy. These are done, all ready for trim now. So we gotta go around and do that on all the windows before we start putting trim on. Boring stuff first, fun stuff Okay, we're actually gonna start trim now on these garage windows, and we're gonna put it down here. This will actually all be covered with trim. This whole thing will be, so it'll make this whole look like one big unit here. And then we're gonna put a top plate on. It's gonna hang over a little bit. And Mary wasn't sure if she wanted it to hang over or be flush. So we're gonna do the hangover one, and then we're gonna send her a picture of it and see if she approves. It's our first trim board, so it's just another layer, another level. Just nailing it into that little step we put in before. Dude, it already looks so much different just having trim on there. So that big trim board is covering up this big space here. So we got this one there. Once we get that one done, this one in, we'll put the header on top, which is this 1x6 here. And then this window is trimmed. So you can see it's covering up all these rough spots, hiding in the mall, and making it look all nice and clean and pretty. Just like, and that'll be painted, of course. All this stuff's gonna be painted eventually. Okay, now I take a picture of it and send this to Meredith, and we see if she says yes. But it'll look a lot better once all this is white. So this is gonna be white, all of the middle trim parts. This part's all gonna be stained. So all this wood on the inside of the windows is gonna be stained wood and then white trim all around it. And this obviously is not painted either, as you can see here. So it'll be much brighter and prettier when it's all done. And we will also, it's not all the way nailed in yet, just on there, so we can judge, make sure the big boss likes it. Not that I'm not the big boss, I'm the big boss. I just let her think she's the boss. She's funny, she's funny. Boom, okay. We're good to go. More to come on this, but today we have like 10 people working, and that's all made possible by our sponsor of this episode, Simply Safe. Simply Safe is incredibly effective and reliable home security. If you've been putting off making your home safe because you don't want to deal with it, don't do it anymore. This is so easy. You order it online, it is delivered to your house, and you install, even if you don't have any skills, you install it in your own home in under an hour. Super easy to hook up all of your devices, and you can make sure they're all connected and working and functioning as they should. This is your home base system. It's basically the brain of the system. This keypad here controls it, and then there are tons of devices you can customize to whatever situation you have. Here are just some of the devices. Video camera. We have door and window sensors, so if they open, this thing's like, you need to put a pin in or I'm gonna set an alarm off. We're gonna go ahead and turn
alarm
that
off.
Okay, much better. They have smoke detectors, glass break sensors, motion detectors, freeze sensors, water sensors, panic buttons. Okay. And then for the front door, they have video doorbells as well as smart door lock. This goes on the inside, little keypad. This goes on the outside. I was first interested in getting Simply Safe because I wanted to make my house more safe. I have a family, I've got little kids, and I wanted to know if there was a door that opened in the middle of the night or a window that was broken in the middle of the night. If the alarm goes off in the middle of the night, they will call the authorities and let them know that something bad is going on at your house. But if it's my house, the cops are like, nah, Matt's got this. Visit simplysafe.com/offtheranch to learn more. I appreciate Simply Safe for sponsoring this episode of renovating the Hill House, the Hill House. Moving from garage now into this hallway, and we're doing all these first because these aren't the ones people will like see right away. Like you want to always start in the garage, is what Ian was telling me. You start in the garage, so if you mess up anything, it's not as visible like it's in your kitchen or your dining room. So we're gonna put these up now. We're just kind of moving one direction, going that way through the house. Got these three to do. Coming along. At least the view's good. I mean, like, every window out here is just got a beautiful, totally beautiful view. Really nice trucks everywhere. Just life is good up here on the hill. All the windows up here. This is the gym here. All those have the shims in them. Everything in this bathroom has shims. Everything in the YouTuber apartment up here has shims. So after shims, we do trim. Okay, it is the end of the day here. So that is where we're going to finish on the trim. My first trim episode. I've done some trim, just minor stuff in the past, but never like new house builds like this. So it's kind of cool learning how to do all this stuff. This is not finished. We still have to come in here and like shim these and then put some bigger screws or bigger nails in there as well. But that's what it'll look like, plus stain and paint. Man, so cool. It's crazy. I think I say this every episode because I think it every time I'm here. It's crazy every step of the way, seeing this house as it goes from a terrible piece of junk to a nice looking piece of junk, and then like a nice looking new build, and then like started to change into like a new build into like, you know, kind of a house. Like we freaking have trim on some of the windows now. There's trimming on stuff. It's crazy. So, I mean, like every step of the way, every time we trim another window out, or we put whatever's gonna go in that box, like, I don't know, it's fun to see it. All right, I'm gonna go check out what else has been done in this house today, because I think we got a lot done. We have the backhoe running today out here, trying to just dig out all the junk. Dude, you can see him just pulling freaking trash. There's like rebar and concrete all in that fill, which isn't a problem if it's just fill, but now we're trying to move it out of the way for the pool so we can see how this pool is gonna go in there. So he's trying to clear us a hole there. More tile going in the bathroom here. And then all the floor is almost finished completely throughout the house. So this is where all the wood floor is gonna go down. They're pretty much completely done with all of this stuff, which is awesome. Floor in here in my office, all finished. My lower office is down there. It's just for extra thinking. That's all it's for. And then this room was actually kind of a weird one. Can't walk on it right now because they just leveled it today. So this room it's hard to explain. Just all you gotta do is watch all 30 of the Abandoned Mansion episodes and you'll be caught up. The floor here was way low, the floor here was way high. So they were gonna do big stone here. They hadn't yet. I think they were gonna do stone here, and this was gonna be just stained concrete, I'm guessing, based on how high the concrete was in this room. So to make it all level, we jackhammered it down a couple inches, and then we had to pour this stuff on it to level it all, and then we are going to put just wood through there. So it'll all be wood continuous through here. Yeah. These guys are done. Like, we're ready to bring wood floors in now. Well, no, we gotta do cabinets first. And then we're ready to bring wood floors in. Just so cool. This guy's still working hard over here. Upstairs bathroom. Dang, look at that shiny tile. My kids are definitely gonna bust their head on that getting out of the bathtub. And mermaid tile all in around the tub. Mary doesn't like when I call it mermaid tile because she says it's seashell tile. It's mermaid. It just looks like mermaids to me. And tile going in Annie's bathroom as well. Mermaid tile, all done. You see that grout's in there? Check that out. Nice light gray grout. Dang. Beautiful mermaid tile. So as you can see, a lot of stuff happening here, and God, this house is just changing, looking like a house. It's crazy. It really is coming together, finally. So next episode on the Hill House renovation, we got more trim coming in. We have hardwood floors coming up in a future episode. We have cabinets coming up on a future episode. That's kitchen cabinets, that's bathroom cabinets, that's closet cabinets, everything. And then we're also gonna finish up the tile in a very soon future episode. Look at that view. You guys thought I wasn't gonna say it in this whole episode. You thought wrong. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for watching this series that just keeps getting bigger and better and crazier, and someday is gonna completely end, which I cannot wait for. Even though these videos are great, I'm freaking ready. I want to move in this big old beautiful house, and every day I want to enjoy this big, beautiful view. Demolitia, thanks for being here. Thanks for watching this episode of Off the Ranch. I love you, and I'll see you next time.